What's the plan today, mate? Where are we headed?
We're heading into the heart of the desert.
What's the latest update, mate? Trying to check in at the 30k mark?
Yeah, trying to check in at the 30k mark, then we'll be checking in at 35. Then we're just like, yeah, we've got to keep everyone up to date what's going on. I like to take everyone for a ride with me.
Shit, stay there, cow. Stay there. Shit, there's cows everywhere. How's she feel, man?
Feeling good. She's tracking nice and straight and go for it.
Mate, you're looking good out there, you boys.
What happened? Nothing. What are you stopped for? I just pulled up to have a bit of a chat.
There was about 10 cows on the road too.
Was there?
Yep. You feeling, mate?
Yeah, all good. Loving it.
Yeah, what about the bike?
Bike's loving it.
You dialed into this rig?
Loving it, absolutely. Perfect. Couldn't get a better setup.
Well, especially on a replica of Grabbo's last year, give us a bit of a rundown on what's going on with these bikes.
Yeah, it's pretty much a couple of little different setup mods, but nothing too major. It's pretty much the same as Grabbo's last year.
Yeah, nice.
I think that suspension got a greeny setting in it and it's pretty good. So.
And how you feeling, mate? You killing it out there?
Yeah, not too bad. It's yeah, not too bad.
You have the actual Finke race, well, you don't come out here again until like early January, and your first couple of days is always like a little bit like scary. You just got to try and adapt to it as quick as you can, and but within the first day or 2 days, you just get into that bit of a zone, and you get used to going flat out and just being fifth gear wide open. We love doing it, and yeah, we just got to hopefully just try and keep continuing on with taking it into the race and doing well there.
Okay, here we are out pre-running. Just pulled up at a little nasty spot that nearly finished my race last year, so I want to just pay special attention to this. It doesn't look very much. Just in front of my front wheel here is a square edge kicker. It's probably only about a foot ledge at the moment. On race day, after about 100 buggies have gone through, it gets out to about 2 foot. So that's a massive advantage in pre-running, getting out here, having a look at the track and just memorising these particular bad spots. It's hard to remember the 220 Ks and every corner, but if you can remember something like this, something that's capable of ending your race, it's definitely a massive advantage.
Give us a look at that thumb, Bradley.
Oh, it's alright.
What does it feel like when you ride? Can you feel it contact the throttle tube?
Oh, not really. It's worn through and then can't wear through the plastic.
No. It's almost comfy, eh? Like a custom slot for your thumb.
Yeah, it is. Perfect.
My age, like I don't feel like I'm what I am, but
I think it's because I still ride a fair bit, and I haven't, like, if I fully give up and for a year or so and then tried to come back, I think that would be pretty hard. But fitness in this race is a big key, and you know, we got a trainer that, you know, does programs for us and stuff. But you know, I try and do as much as I can, but I've got a lot of other commitments as well, so I don't do as much as what the young blokes do, but I still try and get a few days in each week with with training and stuff to well, you got to, because you know, you can't just come up here and expect to bloody last 2 hours each way if you haven't done anything.
What do we got here, mate? Shots.
Shots, mate. Electrolytes.
Help you go the distance.
Secret weapon.
Okay, so the black piston, let's see what he's got. Not bad. Not bad for an old bloke. Bradley, not bad at all.
Yeah, we're here at about 130, 135k mark. This is pretty well about no man's land out here. This is about the halfway point down into Finke. So this here is like one of the rougher parts of the section. These can range from like 2k's to sometimes even like 10k's long, and so this is the toughest part of the track. And it's once you get down here and you start doing about 100 kilometers an hour through these, it gets pretty hard, so it's tough, but yeah, once you start getting used to the speed and getting accustomed to it, it's great.
So can you guys just talk about, you know, what it's like when you're like hammering down there? Can you kind of give us a blow by blow of what it's like?
Well, I sort of did, so it's like, well, let's hear from Toby what he thinks of the race. Like,
yeah, it's hard to explain with the race. It's every time you go down the track, everything's different. Everything changes, and sometimes you go down the track and you feel like you're flowing and you've got a good groove, and you're one with the track really. And other days you struggle, and it just feels like the thing's just beating you up, and sometimes you can't explain. One day you feel great, and one day you don't feel as good, and when you start doing those speeds of 150, 60 k's an hour, it's kind of hard to process things as quickly as you need to, and being as wide as the track is, sometimes you come into a bit of a bushy area, and you just kind of sit there and think a little bit, hope nothing jumps out in front of you, or there's no little square edge hole, and but yeah, you can't really sit there and think that too much. You got to get down there as fast as you can, and the only way to do that is hold the throttle on. So
there's other races out there where you need to push the bike, and having that bike speed is definitely an advantage and helps you. But here, just the suspension factor. As I said before, just the hard pack is just square edge and choppy all the way down. So you need your bike working, so you can get down there as fast as you can without copping too big a beating. Otherwise, you just get to the next section of sand or whoops, and your body is just saying no more, please, just no more. I think that's just another thing that draws you back to this race. It's just that challenge. And as you said, it's just you've got to be one with the machine, and that's what we're doing here pre-running. So come race time, we have a good setup and happy to ride it and get down there as quick as we can. Yeah, 100%, definitely more than any other race I've ever done. You know, a lot of races you can go to, and if the bike's not quite right, it doesn't really matter. You know, you can compromise and get it to the finish line. Where here, absolutely, if you're not one with the bike, things are going to end up bad for you. Yeah, that's if you do get it to the finish line at all.
Yeah, you get across that finish line and it's just like, it's the best feeling whether you win the race or not. Like I think, yeah, for the guys that are coming through later on in the day that have taken 4 hours or 3 hours to do their whole track, I think if they just cross the finish line, it's an unreal feeling for them to say they've conquered Finke.
Man, that was loose. This race is loose. He's got to be pulling nearly 160k an hour.
This is his first Finke. He is the first King of the Desert that has never ridden the race before in 23 years. Since 1987 we haven't had a winner that hasn't ridden the event before. He's currently leading the Australian Off-Road Enduro Series and is the Australian 4-Day Enduro Champion, a 22-year-old Toby Price. Toby, how does it feel to be King of the Desert?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I've got no words to describe it. Definitely didn't think I'd be standing up on the podium on my first trip out here. But
Just the whole atmosphere of the race, just the fact that 10,000 people come out and camp and watch you go down the track. It's like, you know, a lot of us race all around Australia, and I pretty much say it's the only race where people will come out in the middle of the bush or the middle of the desert and watch you go past and cheer, and then just camp overnight and wait for you to come back in the other direction and cheer again.
Yeah, this is the Smith boys from the Honda team, and you know, these guys are top desert racers, and yeah, as you can see, look, 5:30 and they're just coming back in now, so got to be dedicated. It's been top motocross riders come up here. You know, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter who you are. If you don't come up here and put the time in and learn the track, it doesn't matter if you are one of the best riders in the world. You probably won't place on the podium.
Or you could get hurt.
Yeah, you could definitely get hurt. So you need to do the time.